What's going on, everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment on what you want to see next, and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a future video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the push-up. It's one of the most common bodyweight exercises, and when done correctly, it can have amazing impacts on your upper body strength. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the setup and technique, the sets, the reps, and the rest periods that you can take when programming this into your workouts, as well as variations if you're able to get just the standard push-up, or if you want to work on some different muscle groups associated with the push-up besides just your chest. So stick around for the full video, and like I said, leave a like and a comment, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss a future video. So the first thing we want to talk about when performing a push-up is your hand placement. So I keep my hands right at chest level, so when I'm pushing, you can see my hands are right at chest level, and that will allow me to hit more of my chest directly, as well as my triceps and my shoulders, without putting too much of my body pressure on my shoulders. That'll lead to some injury if you're focusing just on the shoulders with the push-up, especially if you have some pre-existing conditions with your shoulders, if you have torn rotator cuffs, things like that. So just be aware of where your hands are being placed, and you can actually make some serious gains in your chest with this movement. Another benefit of having your hands right at chest level is this will place your elbows in the correct position to perform the movement. Too high up, and your hands will be at shoulder level, and your elbows will also be nearing shoulder level, and this can cause injury in your shoulders if you're performing the push-up in that way. Also, if your hands are too low, your arms are going to be right at your sides, and this will hit the triceps a little more directly than you would want to. Keeping those hands right at chest level and keeping your elbows at a 45-degree angle or halfway between shoulder level and directly at your sides will allow you to be in the best position to perform the movement. Next thing you're going to want to think about is keeping your shoulders down and back. So what that means is think about someone putting their fingers between your shoulder blades, and you want to pinch your shoulder blades together, so you're pinching their fingers between your shoulder blades, or pinching a pencil or a pen or something between your shoulder blades so you keep them nice and locked in together. That will just allow for more stability throughout the movement. Next, you can either start with your arms fully locked out, or your chest starting on the floor with your arms at a little less than a 90-degree angle. Lastly, you want to think about full range of motion. So you want to make sure you're using every muscle you can in your upper body that is involved with the push-up, so your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. You want to make sure you're using the full muscle. So full range of motion just means if you're starting at the top, you go from the top all the way down until your chest hits the floor, and then all the way up until your arms are fully locked out. Okay? So give that a try, and if you're able to get multiple push-ups in a row and you're looking for a little bit of a challenge, or if you're just looking for your first couple push-ups, that's totally fine as well. Stick around for the next few minutes, and we'll talk about some variations you can start putting into your workouts at home. So next we're going to be talking about sets, reps, and rest periods. So I usually like to do 3 to 4 sets when I'm programming push-ups into either my workouts or some of my athletes' workouts. And you can do more, you can do 5 or 6 sets if you want to, but that'll take a lot of energy away from the rest of your workout if you have the rest of your workout planned for different exercises, as well as you won't be able to do as many reps in those subsequent sets as well. So just keep that in mind, but there you can really play around with the sets as you see fit. So in terms of reps, I usually like to do as many reps as possible in a given set. So a lot of times I'll go 4 sets of 25 and try to get 100 reps as fast as possible. Now I don't recommend anyone actually try to do that unless you can definitely do that. It's quite a bit of reps, and it takes me a while, but it's kind of a nice challenge for me. I just go with what your body can handle, but make sure you still keep pushing yourself. With that in mind, set a realistic rep goal. So you don't want to set something that's too high, but you also don't want to set something that's too low, and you can just blow right by it and you're really not getting a challenge. So in terms of rest periods, I always like to program it at least 30 seconds rest and at most 3 minutes rest. So in between there, you can kind of play with the rest periods again. The less rest you're going to have, the less rest your muscles are going to get, so you can work on muscular endurance in that case, and the more rest you get, You can work on muscular hypertrophy, which just means building up the muscles to be a little bigger and handle heavier loads. So lastly, we're going to be talking about some variations. So the 3 variations I like to program into my workouts or some of the athletes I work with, their workouts, is knee push-ups with a pillow if you have a disability and you're not able to engage your core, or if you're really just focusing on that upper body and you have feeling in your core but you're still just kind of working on getting the first few push-ups, that's totally fine, no worries there. And if you're really ready to kind of kick it up a notch and you're pretty good with the regular push-ups and you want to work your triceps a little more and maybe less on the chest, you can do close grip push-ups, which are going to be primarily triceps pushing with obviously your shoulders and your chest working, but more so triceps than just the regular standard push-up. So if you like the video, leave it a like, comment on what you want to see next or any questions you have related to this video, and make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a future video. Have a good one.